Alright, hey, what is up, y'all? The NBA is coming back. They just ruled it not too long ago. NBA is coming back, man. I was very excited for the NBA to come back, but ever since they announced 16 players have gotten coronavirus, I'm now on the other side. I'm not for it, man. I don't think they should go through with it. I was very much looking forward to it. I'm a Heat fan. I would love to see some basketball right now. It'd be great. I would love to still focus on the protests and still focus on progressing. But basketball would, of course, be very fun. I think it'd be big numbers and everything. I think it'd be a great time. Besides the people getting sick, people getting sick, they can get their family sick. I don't think it's really the safest, but they're going through with it anyways for money or for championship, whatever they do, whatever's the motive, they're going through with it. Wish them the best. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, just wishing the best. Wish everybody will stay healthy and stay cool. But yeah, so NBA is coming back, but it leaves a little once the season ends, there's gonna be some question marks. Who's going where, what's gonna happen here, who's gonna get drafted, and this is a video all about the top free agents of this free agency, and yeah, it's dope. I don't really love this year. I don't think anybody really loves this year. The free agents are. The only big name I think you're probably going to see, I haven't seen this yet. The only big name you're probably going to see is Anthony Davis, and he's going to resign. He's going to resign with the Lakers. They're probably going to win the championship if this happens, if this whole playoff thing happens. And yeah, so let's just get into it. I don't know what's all. I mean, they're really buns. No offense to the players out there. There's a lot of buns players this offseason, but there's still some cool stuff that could happen. Ben Simmons could get traded to the Warriors, or this could happen. There's a lot of wild stuff that could happen. So let's watch this. Let's see what happens. And yeah, let's hear him out. I see the title of it. Yo, people are coming for my team's players. Yo, they coming for Dragic. They coming for DJJ, Derrick Jones Jr., best dunker in the league. They coming for my guys, man. They're coming for my guys. So I don't like that. Heat, please re-sign Crowder, Dragic, and DJJ, man. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna have a great playoffs this year and even better playoffs next year.
What's up, guys? It's been a while and I'm back. First off, I hope everyone is doing well and is safe out there. I haven't been making many videos as of late since there isn't a lot of content to make or really talk about with the NBA, but I'll try to get back to making a video or two a week. So, in this video, let's do some early predictions and go over where some of the top 2020 NBA free agents will sign. And very quickly before we get into it, if you want to see more interesting NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, as I really do appreciate all of your guys' support, and it really does go a long way into helping this channel grow. So first off, I have Anthony Davis re-signing on a max contract with the Lakers.
Immediately, first one.
I think this one is pretty obvious, as it seems like he loves Los Angeles, he's close friends with LeBron, and the Lakers are a championship level team.
I mean, it's one of the best organizations out there.
It's always been known that he would likely re-sign with the Lakers, and I think it's going to happen
16 championships.
Season arrives. Next up, I have Brandon Ingram signing a max contract with the New York Knicks.
That's big. Whoa.
Being matched by the Pelicans.
Whoa.
The Knicks have been rumored to be really interested in Ingram, as
I think I did hear that too.
A very strong young core with Barrett and Mitchell. I think the Knicks go all in and sign Ingram to a max contract, but the Pelicans match the offer to keep their respective young core in.
I could see some people giving up the max for him.
But I do think there's still a chance that
I wouldn't. Hell no. Hell no for Ingram.
So,
what?
Ingram will be the new star in New York. Next up, I have DeMar DeRozan accepting his player option to then be traded to the Miami Heat.
No.
DeRozan and his agent knows that a lot of teams won't have cap space, but it's been rumored that he still doesn't want to stay in San Antonio.
No, that's true. He's definitely out of there.
The Spurs will agree to trade him to the Heat after DeMar accepts his
I don't want him.
And this move will make the Heat championship contenders
No,
next
he
season,
won't be.
while still leaving enough cap space to potentially sign Giannis in the
DeMar would hurt us. DeMar is nothing but layups and mid-range. No offense. We don't need that. We need more shooters. We need more star. We need more explosive scores. He ain't killing nobody with the mid. No one's killing nobody with the mid.
He'll try to play very well next season again and likely get a nice contract next offseason if he does in fact stay healthy. For Danilo Gallinari, I think he signs a bloated 2-year contract with the New York Knicks, and the second year has a team option for New York. I think the Knicks pull off another one of their big short-term contracts, where they can have a team option for the second year here. They'll likely give Gallinari a huge contract to make them somewhat competitive next season, or have Danilo as trade bait for next year's trade deadline.
He's a pretty good player. It's tough that he keeps moving around. He's
season if they try to go after a star when declining Gallinari's team option. Next up, I have
Oh, he
Fred
free
VanVleet
agent?
re-signing
That's
with the
not-
Raptors on a near max contract.
Okay, yeah. I keep.
He
I
loves
keep Fred.
Toronto, and Toronto
I'd
loves
keep
him.
Fred, yeah.
And I think it's almost a sure thing he will re-sign with
He's
the
fine. I don't know
Raptors.
how good they're gonna be in the playoffs.
He'll likely get a near max deal given his great
It's
play
gonna be
this
really
season.
interesting seeing
And
them.
he should take over as the Raptors' main guard once Lowry eventually declines or leaves Toronto. Next up, I have Tristan Thompson signing a 2-year contract with the Houston Rockets. I think Houston will really go after Thompson after losing Capella, as they need a legitimate big man.
He ain't
They
really
just
all that
cannot
though.
keep playing Tucker at the 5 as he gets older and his body will get worn out even more. And Thompson is the perfect cheap starting center.
He's good for the small ball for sure. He's on like
solid as a
6'9",
finisher around
6'10".
the rim and a good rim protector. And I think he could really provide the Rockets with an impact starting center who could play around 25 minutes per game and allow Houston to rest Tucker for late game small ball situations.
That'd be cool.
Now I have Bogdanovich signing around a 4-year, $72 million contract with the Atlanta Hawks, and the Kings don't match. The Kings already have so much money tied up into Hield and eventually Fox when he gets his likely contract extension, and I think they'll have trouble giving another huge contract to another guard. Either they trade Hield or let Bogdanovich go, and if they do let Bogdan go, the Hawks should definitely pick him up. He would be great as a 6-man who can run the show when Trae Young needs a breather, and he would provide that playmaking and scoring the Hawks definitely needed off their bench since Jeremy Lin.
Wherever he goes, he's gonna have an impact. I'd rather have
Next up, I
Bogdanovich
have
than
Joe
DeMar,
Harris
even though we
re-signing with
probably
Brooklyn
couldn't
Nets.
afford him. Probably.
I think Harris will get a nice pay raise on his contract, and deservingly so. He's been one of the best shooters in the NBA who can also do a little bit of everything
He's
else.
a real good shooter.
And I think him getting around $12 to $15 million a year would be pretty fair. Now we'll move on to Evan Fournier,
Another good
secondary
shooter.
player option with the Orlando Magic. I don't think there's too much that goes into this decision, as not a lot of teams have cap space, and Fournier is a good scoring guard who likely wouldn't command much more on the open market as of now. Next up, I have the Hornets overpaying for Montrezl Harrell, and he signs a big contract with them for about 4 years and $84 million.
Yeah, I kind of see him leaving
It's going
too.
to be hard for the Clippers to re-sign Harrell this offseason.
They're not really the closest, him and the
He's
Clippers.
been great for the Clippers off the bench, but his defensive limitations are pretty glaring at center and especially in clutch situations. He'll likely command a huge contract by a team like the Hornets who need a scoring 5 much more than the Clippers, and I think they'll offer Harrell a contract that the Clippers just cannot match. Harrell will be huge.
I think
for the
Harrell's a
Hornets
good
as a
bench
scoring
guy,
five
but
that they desperately need for their bench, and he'll likely come off the bench behind Cody Zeller but see the majority of the minutes at the 5.
nah, see, that's dumb. That's dumb.
I think he would thrive with Charlotte, and it's definitely going to be.
He's
interesting to see
definitely
how
one.
much
If
of a
he leaves,
situation
he's
plays.
definitely wanting a starting job
Next
somewhere.
up, I have Marcus Morris re-signing with the Clippers, as Los Angeles has his non-bird rights,
That'd be good.
and Morris re-signs with them on a 2-year, $32 million contract.
That'd be good for both of them.
I think the Clippers would rather spend less and keep Morris rather than Harrell, and then they
Definitely.
could sign another center to replace Harrell, which we'll go over who that is soon. The Clippers gave up a lot to get Morris, and I just do not think they'll let him.
He's
walk
good.
for
He's
nothing.
good on both sides, man. He's a good two-way player.
Morris
Good
should be
on
a
offense,
solid
good on
scoring wing
defense,
and a
man.
great
And
insurance policy if George
his scoring's getting a lot better. So
And I think this would be a fair price to keep him.
pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Now
to
we'll
keep
move
him
on
for
to
sure.
Goran Dragic, who I think he'll sign with the Los Angeles Lakers on a short-term 2-year
No sir. No sir.
I think Goran Dragic will leave the Heat for a potential starting point guard role
No
with the
sir.
Lakers.
He's staying here.
He
He's
was
staying
sent
on
to
the
the bench
Miami.
this season for the
Yeah.
Heat, and while he's definitely played well, I think it's pretty fair to say he would rather be a starter for a championship-level team.
That is very tempting.
Dragic will provide LA
I don't even know how to.
scoring and playmaking
I don't even know how to
guard
compete with that. Yeah.
alongside LeBron, or lead the second-unit offense.
He could win a championship on the Lakers.
I think he would be a
Or
great
be on
fit
the
for
bench
the
for
Lakers. I
us.
think he could potentially sign for cheap if he wants to take a
Damn.
discount, starting for a championship-level team. Now, we'll move on to Serge Ibaka, who I think will re-sign with the Raptors. It seems like the Raptors really
I
like
love
Ibaka
Ibaka.
when he plays as a small ball 5, as he has played very well for them in this role. They'll likely find a way to re-sign Ibaka on a fair contract, though I would expect it to be a very long deal.
God, is that boy?
Now we'll move on to Hassan Whiteside, who I think will sign a 2-year contract with the Clippers to be their new starting center.
That would go dummy. That would be
Blazers are going to
crazy.
be
He
getting
wants the
back
bag though.
Christian Collins back very
Hassan
soon,
wants the bag.
and that doesn't leave a lot of
So,
minutes for
I don't know.
Whiteside at center. While Whiteside has been pretty good this season for
Pretty
the
good.
Blazers, and he has put up big numbers,
It's amazing.
Nurkic is a much more impact player for Portland, even if he doesn't put up as gaudy numbers as
See,
Whiteside.
now, see, what is that? So Nurkic doesn't
think
put up the
Whiteside
same
will have
numbers,
trouble
but you
securing
think he should have
another
the
big
job.
contract this
No, no,
offseason
no.
with not
Whiteside
much
should be
cap
their starter.
space, and I think this will mean he'll settle
They'd
for
be
a
dumb to let
relatively
Whiteside
small
go. They'd
short-term
be dumb.
contract to be the
Straight
starting
up.
center for the
They'd be dumb.
Clippers. He will be solid as a rim protector and finisher, and he could secure a much bigger contract next offseason.
Like Nurkic is coming off injury, and he was never that nice. Nurkic is a little overhyped, honestly.
Next up, I have Andre Drummond accepting his player option with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't think this one needs much thinking, as it's pretty obvious Drummond will accept this huge player option and try to get a big contract next offseason.
One of the best centers in the league.
Let's go over
there.
to the next player on this list.
Underrated. He's amazing.
And that's Paul Millsap re-signing with the Nuggets on a much smaller contract.
Oh, he caked off the Nuggets. He caked you. He caked off of them.
His players declined a bit.
A lot. A lot.
He's still a very good forward and can do it all on both ends of the floor. And he would still be good as he's starting power forward or come off the bench behind Michael Porter Jr. Next up, I have DeMarcus Cousins re-signing with the Lakers on another 1-year prove-it contract.
Hell no, he out of there.
An entire video on this
DeMarcus is out of
I
there.
think the Lakers plan for Cousins.
He can make a lot more money elsewhere, so he's out. He's out of there. He's coming to the Heat, or he's coming to. Who else? There's a couple other people wanted him. There's too many people want DeMarcus for him to stay. Unless they get the chip.
I have Marcus All.
Then he might be like, oh, well, let me stay next year and win it myself.
I think the Raptors will re-sign him on a much.
Because that's clearly what he wants.
Before, like Ibaka, and I think they should keep most of their team together. Gasol hasn't put up big numbers for Toronto this season, but his defensive presence has been key in helping them be one of the top teams on this end of the floor over the past 1.5 seasons. So that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more interesting NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and also be sure to turn on post notifications
I'm about to end
so
it.
you can stay updated on my next video.
What? Get him, LeBron. Go ahead.
Also, guys, most importantly, stay safe. And hopefully you guys can just stay at home, relax, and all this will eventually go away pretty soon.
That's facts. I don't know about soon, but that's facts.
Comment down below on some of your predictions for the top
Alright, stop. I'm stopping.
NBA free agent.
That was the vid. Everybody stay home for real. Let's end this virus. Let's end this. Well, we can't end the virus, but end the spread of it. Let's end the situation. Let's end quarantine. But Texas was like super geeked up to get out. I was like, yo, y'all are bugging. This is way too soon. It's not smart. And cases are through the roof for like the top 3 state that has it. Like, look at y'all. Look at. You know what I'm saying? I said, y'all, don't reopen. Of course, they couldn't hear me. I'm just talking to the TV. But it's like, yeah, man. Yeah, everybody got relaxed, man. Stay home. I'm doing the same thing. I'm staying home, man. I'm working back from home and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to relax. Just get close with your family, y'all. Spend some good time together. Express some love. Wear a mask if you go out. They say it's gonna come back. This is gonna come back big time in the fall. Y'all probably don't care. You came here for NBA stuff, but this is gonna come back big time in the fall. So man, everybody just stay safe, man. I'm praying for everybody. Black Lives Matter. I'm praying for that too, man. I'm praying for protesters. Praying that police reform happens. Yeah, man. Spread love, man. It's so simple. Spread love. It's good and it's evil. Choose a side. It's so simple. If y'all like that, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make some more NBA stuff. Let me know if you like this or do you like the gameplays. Which one of y'all watching more and liking more. Man, this is a long intro. I don't know. Stay safe, spread love. I love y'all. Subscribe, like, check out my t-shirts, and peace.
What's it on that beat? Oh.